January 28, 1986, America watched in horror as the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded shortly after launch. 7 astronauts, including teacher Krista McAuliffe of New Hampshire, lost their lives. For the people of Maine, this tragedy struck deeply. The dream of space exploration, of education reaching toward the stars, had shattered in seconds, but Maine would transform that grief into something meaningful. Years later, Bangor opened the Challenger Learning Center, a living memorial to those 7 souls and their mission. The center stands as a tribute to their dedication, their courage, and their belief in the power of education to inspire the next generation. Today, students from across Maine visit the Challenger Learning Center to experience the wonder of space, to pursue science and discovery, and to remember the sacrifice of those who dared to reach for the stars. Until tomorrow, I'm Brian.